Qualcomm has long been a champion of the smartphone processor market. For years, its platforms have been used by practically every smartphone maker, whether it's at the low end of the market or the ultimate premium tier. Over the past few years, though, it's also been investing heavily in other areas too, applying that knowledge and expertise to new product categories. So what exactly does the roadmap look like for Qualcomm this year, and how can the company use its knowledge in other areas? We caught up with Enrico Salvatori, Senior Vice President and President of Qualcomm Europe, to hear his take on what the most significant trends are this year.
I think probably the most significant trend is the digital transformation of many more devices. Digital transformation that in terms of technology is from one side based on the 5G connectivity, on the other side on AI. So not only making all the objects connected, but giving some level of intelligence to the objects so that they can start making decisions autonomously.
So a key part of Qualcomm's strategy over the next few years then is something it refers to as a digital transformation, taking place in many industry sectors. Connecting a multitude of smart internet-connected devices to the cloud through 5G, but also giving them the ability to process, learn and make decisions locally on the device, making them smarter than ever. In fact, it's an area where Qualcomm has a massive presence and is heavily involved in, even if you've never been aware of it personally. But while this is an important part of its strategy, your smartphone is obviously a core investment. And Enrico explained to us what it is that sets the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 apart from the competition. And it's much more than just a processor for making your phone fast. It's a platform that enables fast wireless connectivity via 5G and Wi-Fi 6. Plus, as Enrico explains, there are improvements in AI and in video and graphics support too.
For Qualcomm architecture, the AI is a combination of CPU, GPU, DSP, and an NPU. So we are the new generation of AI engine, but definitely the ability to improve performances for graphics, video, supporting the 8K HDR, supporting the ISP at 18-bit, improvement in multiple direction, really in terms of platform, more than a single element of the Snapdragon platform.
As we mentioned at the beginning, Qualcomm's expertise in smartphone platforms and the increasing capability of those processors has led the company to also power other portable devices, namely laptops. And having its Snapdragon processors inside Windows machines actually opens up some real-world benefits.
We are used to work with an architecture that is modular, so we can switch on-off cores of the platform depending the apps that is running, concurrent application. So net, the result is a power consumption with a very optimal power consumption with very long battery life, more than 1 day, so the people can work really without plugged into the wall. And also devices don't need a fan, so there is no need of the heating dissipation. So that is also impacting the layout, the form factor of the device.
Other benefits include 5G connectivity, and with that, the ability to stay connected wherever you are, and all in a device that can go for hours and hours on a single charge. Qualcomm showed off both Windows and Chrome OS powered devices recently at MWC in Barcelona, and that vision of having wire-free connectivity and devices connected to 5G is just part of what Qualcomm is attempting with its digital transformation. But while laptops and smartphones are traditionally digital devices to their core, Qualcomm's working on new technologies that'll bring the digital into arenas like factories, engineering and construction sites through mixed reality headsets that could help people get their jobs done in a way that hasn't been possible in the past.
We strongly believe into the XR devices. In particular, the augmented reality, from our perspective, is already, but more and more, enable the combination of the physical world with the digital world, because we human beings will have the opportunity not only to check what is happening in the real world, but we will have the additional information coming from database of statistics that will accelerate or make even more accurate whatever, for instance, maintenance activity or in manufacturing line, control, monitoring, check. So for industrial automation in particular, we see already a lot of application. Also for constructions and building, having the technicians that can at the same time check what's going on in the real life, but also having a reference of maps, design, diagrams to correlate much faster and easily data, digital data with real data.
So when you put all of these different devices and categories together in a big picture view, you see how Qualcomm really is involved in pretty much everything digital. And that's without mentioning the digital chassis in modern cars. So there we have it, Qualcomm's digital transformation strategy and what that means for you. We'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.